Welcome back! My name is ballerscuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1984. Today, we're going to talk about the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy video game. The story of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy video game, of course, starts with the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. We discussed the series in our last video. If you have not seen that video, I would recommend watching it before watching this one. After the success of the initial radio broadcast, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was adapted into novels, plays, and a television series. In order to adapt the story into a video game, Douglas Adams, the creator of the series, turned to Infocom. We have talked about Infocom several times before. They have been responsible for Planetfall and the Zork series of interactive fiction games. We last talked about Infocom in depth in our series on Sorcerer. In particular, Douglas Adams would work with Steve Meretzky. Steve Meretzky was responsible for Planetfall and Sorcerer. These two men would create the game together. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy video game is an interactive fiction game. It uses the same engine we have seen in Infocom's previous games. It follows the plot of the first part of the first novel of the series. The player plays as Arthur Dent and must solve puzzles to progress through the plot of the novel. Infocom released The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy to computers in North America on September 14th, 1984. This first release would be Release 47. The game would continue to be worked on, with the final release of the game, the Solid Gold version, being released on November 19th, 1987. That is a brief backstory to Infocom's The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. With that now told, it's time to take a look at some of the physical items, or feelies, that came with the game. Even these physical items will contain some spoilers for the series. If you are unfamiliar with the plot of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and do not want its plot spoiled, now would be the time to stop watching. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video. For those that have stayed, let's take a look at the physical items that come with Infocom's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The game comes with a pin-on button that says, "Don't Panic." It also comes with a small plastic bag containing pocket fluff, which is, in actuality, a cotton ball. It comes with a small bag containing the official Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy microscopic fleet, which in actuality is an empty plastic bag. It comes with peril-sensitive sunglasses, which is fully opaque black cardboard in the shape of sunglasses. It comes with what is named No Tea, just like the tea professional hitchhikers don't carry, which is in actuality nothing. It comes with a copy of the Order of Destruction of Arthur Dent's house. That reads, "Be it known that on this day, the 4th day of October in the year of our Lord 1982, that by decree of the Domicile Demolition Department of Cottingshire County, the residence of Arthur Dent at 155 Country Lane in the town of Coddington shall herewith be demolished, destroyed, and otherwise transformed into a nondescript heap of pulverized rubble. Said residents having evacuated said premises within 750 days of the issuance of this document. This order to be carried out regardless of acknowledgement by said residents of proper notification, said demolition being necessitated by reason of it's in the way. Said property has been seized by right of eminent domain for future use as highway right-of-way. We, the undersigned, do hereby authorize the execution of this order through the powers vested in us by the state. God save the Queen." It also comes with a copy of the Order of Destruction for Earth. This order is written in Vogon, which is actually an English cryptogram written in Greek letters. When deciphered, the text is nearly identical to the Order of Destruction for Arthur Dent's house. Finally, the game comes with a brochure named How Many Times Has This Happened to You? The cover depicts a stereotype of a human nerd surrounded by aliens, all of whom seem confused. The top right bears an As Seen on Tri-D promotion, and there's a logo for Mega Dodo Publications at the bottom. It reads, How many times has this happened to you? Now see the universe the safe, sure, money-saving way with the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The next page shows depictions of an alien planet with hot springs, and aliens cozying together inside one of those hot springs, as well as an alien nightclub complete with insect-like aliens. It reads, Yes, the universe can be yours for less than $30 Altarian per day. Black holes, savage alien warrior tribes, welfare planets ruled by dry cleaning establishments where even the most basic of human necessities are provided for a day late and with too much starch. Face it, the universe is no place to try and have a good time. Unless, that is, you're the proud owner of that wholly remarkable object, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Within the million-plus pages of the guide, which in many corners of the galaxy has already supplanted the Encyclopedia Galactica as the standard repository of all knowledge and wisdom, you'll find everything you need to know about the universe, from the utmost trivia to the most vital information pertaining to your health and well-being. We unconditionally guarantee it will teach you how to survive and even enjoy the universe, all on only $30 Altarian per day. $30 Altarian per day is an estimated figure, and it's provided strictly for purposes of comparison. Actual expenses may be higher. In fact, we're sure of it. Quite frankly, if you're not absolutely prepared to lie, cheat, steal your food, pass rubber checks to unsuspecting hotel clerks, hoodwink customs officials, forward passports entitling you to diplomatic immunity, utilize bogus student and or elderly identification cards to get yourself into tourist attractions at reduced rates, stiff everyone possible on tips, and otherwise make a mockery of intergalactic law, just about the only way you're going to get by on 30 Altarians per diem is by staying home and camping out in your own backyard. Just take a peek at this mere sample of the guide's millions of uses, and like so many other satisfied customers, you'll be convinced that this is truly the most wholly remarkable item you'll ever buy. Planning a honeymoon? Let the guide show you how to get the best rates and accommodations on exclusive vacation paradises like Fort Taqua, planet of the heart-shaped hot tub lakes. Trivia buff? The guide has all the answers, as well as most of the questions. For example, what titles comprise Ulan Khulufid's trilogy of philosophical blockbusters? Answer: Where God Went Wrong, some more of God's greatest mistakes, and who is this God person anyway? Convention coming up? The guide knows where to find all the swankiest hotels, the trendiest restaurants, the swingingest nightclubs, the friendliest escort services, and the cheapest duty-free shops in which to buy gifts for appeasing one's family and conscience. Need help fast? In a flash, the guide can supply you with useful tidbits of information as how to tell your Aunt Clara from a seven-stomached Gorba plant, what to do if Aunt Clara has been devoured by a seven-stomached Gorba plant, how to perform a Heimlich maneuver on a seven-stomached Gorba plant, and much, much more. The next page shows a copy of the guide. It is shown at actual size. The picture has small labels that shows that the guide has easy press buttons, standard, a 5 5/8 MEF screen, standard, 73 function pocket calculator, optional, custom chronometer feature, optional, Tanomatic reference table, optional, Sirius cybernetics barometer, Neo-Descartian relative truth monitor, optional, and salad slasher attachment, optional. The optional features come with a footnote that reads, all optional features subject to availability and our total unwillingness to turn a perfectly good product into some kind of glorified all-purpose appliance for every gizmo-happy customer who happens to fall for this type of cheap swank. The rest of the page reads, And that's not all. The guide is more than a super travelogue or an incredible answer machine. It's a lovely addition to any backpack or suitcase that fits in perfectly with every decor. It comes in a wrinkle-proof, scratch-resistant plastic cover with the look and feel of real vinyl, handsomely inscribed with the words "Don't Panic" in large, friendly letters. And talk about handy. The Mark IV version of the guide has more options than a 20-armed Hrugmas has hangnails. Just look what you can get. 73-function pocket calculator option lets you solve equations that have baffled mathematicians for eons, such as how to travel faster than the speed of light without losing your luggage. Custom chronometer displays year, month, day, and date to within a fraction of a sloob in civilian time and military time and happy hour time for the nearest pub in the galaxy. Tanomatic reference table tells you the exact coordinates of all the best beaches, the most up-to-date fashion tips on polarized eyewear and reflectors, the precise length of time you can sunbathe before your friends have to carry you home in an urn, and the appropriate level of sunscreen to wear in case of a supernova. Sirius Cybernetics Barometer, Neo-Descartian Relative Truth Monitor indicates temperature, barometric pressure, high tide, low tide, wind direction and velocity, prevailing weather conditions, amount of precipitation in the last 1,000 sloobs, and whether you're actually experiencing any of it or are simply being deceived by your imperfect senses. Salad slasher, food processor, lemon zester attachment, slices, dices, chops and bludgeons, even the most rubbery fruit or vegetable in seconds. The next page shows the other physical items we have described. It reads, "But wait, there's more! Now for a limited time only, when you rush your Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy order to Megadodo Publications, you'll also get as our special gift to you enough throw-in items to fill an attic. So act now and receive all these fabulous bonuses." Fluff goes anywhere, under the bed, behind the commode, at the bottom of your pocket, inside your navel. Destruct orders for your home and planet, suitable for framing and great gag gifts at any party. Don't Panic button, perfect for those times when your planet is being bombarded by laser beams, your toaster starts talking to you, and traces of radioactivity are discovered in your breakfast cereal. Jujanta 200 Super Chromatic Peril-Sensitive Sunglasses. Not recommended for driving. You'll look cool and stay cool even when attending a Vogon poetry reading. No tea, just like the tea professional hitchhikers don't carry. Microscopic space fleet, just the thing for attacking microscopic civilizations. How much would you pay now? 100 Altarian dollars? 200? 300? The final page of the brochure shows an insectoid alien answering several different phones. It reads, "Just DA $59.99. That's right, rush your order now and receive the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and the fluff, and the destruct orders, and the don't panic button, and the sunglasses, and the space fleet, and no tea, all for the incredibly low price of just DA $59.99. To save COD, handling charges, and Imperial Galactic Government delivery service duties, phone in your order today. Operators are standing by. Call 1-555-555-555-555-555. On Ursa Minor Beat, dial 1-555-555-555-555-5555, extension 5. Make that call today. This offer not available in any store. Except Deluxomat, Chainorama, Quang's Drive-In Asteroid, Tawdry Merchandise King, House of Remainders, Liquidators Clearinghouse, Mr. Tawdry, Galaxy O Tawdry Merchandise, Tawdry Merchandise and Such, 1A Tawdry Sales and Service, Yule Tawdry Merchandise Shop, and Megamart outlets throughout the universe. After this, the brochure turns into a normal instruction manual with instructions on how to play the game. This ends with the back cover of the brochure, which depicts a yellow towel floating in space. This page reads, It is not such a mind-bogglingly improbable coincidence that Douglas Adams, the irrepressible author of the best-selling novel The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, would design an interactive story set in the same outrageous universe as his books. He fell in love, well, strong-like, with Infocom's other interactive stories some time ago. He immediately saw the interactive possibilities of Hitchhikers and maniacally developed outrageously crazy ideas. So Douglas teamed up with Infocom's specialist in outrageously crazy ideas, Steve Meretzky. Together they did extensive research throughout the galaxy, in English pubs anyway. Douglas wrote and designed puzzles revolving around Vogon poetry, the bug bladder beast of Trawl, microscopic space fleets, and, of course, tea, or lack thereof. And Steve transformed Douglas's ideas into the high-quality, sophisticated software that is synonymous with Infocom's interactive fiction. And now you're going to take a trip you never thought possible. You are on the verge of becoming Arthur Dent, a simple if unworldly chap whose house is unluckily being bulldozed to make way for a bypass. Not that it matters really, since the Earth is about to be destroyed for somewhat similar purposes. If you survive these twin disasters, you'll travel with Ford Prefect, your peculiar friend and neighbor, to the most unusual corners of the galaxy. Some of the corners are so unusual, in fact, that it's best not to assume the obvious, who you are, for instance. So prepare to have your mind boggled, your wits tested, and your concept of reality thrown for a loop by the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And don't forget your towel. Those are the physical items that come with Infocom's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. With those now read, it's time to play the game for ourselves. But that will have to wait for another video. My name is ballerscuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video when we play The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.